How you guys doing tonight? What's crazy is that this right here is my very first, like, simultaneous. I'm on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. So that's awesome. Yeah, we got a little bit of a different vibe going on tonight. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, and bear with me here. I want to talk a little bit about. I started a. Apparently, can't talk tonight. Started a Patreon. Started a Discord. I am trying to essentially get the word out and let you guys know that I have that available now to you. The Discord is pretty awesome. So I wanted to show you guys what it was and kind of go from there. So, but at the moment, you guys got to give me a second here because I am just getting my setup kind of where I need everything because I want to be able to see your comments and all that good stuff. And yeah, so number one, if you don't know who I am, my name is TrendyTechDad, or I go by Jason. So a little bit about myself really quick. I started doing 3D printing a couple of years ago. My channel is all about 3D printing if you don't know already. And basically, I am starting this journey at the moment because, well, I lost my job this week. And my job of 16 plus years. I've been in the industry that I was in for 25 plus years, but lost my job and I really want to do this full time. So that's pretty much where I'm at the moment. And in order for me to do that full time, I need support. So but I also need to be able to produce something. So I decided to do a Patreon. Actually, that was based off of basically your guys' recommendation, actually. So thank you for that. And yeah, I basically am trying to dive headfirst into this. And that's very scary. I'm going to be blatantly honest with you. Super scary. And I already have quite a few subscribers, and I can see some of them on this live. So if you have subscribed to my Patreon, thank you. I couldn't be more excited about the future. But I wanted to kind of give you guys an overview of the amazing Discord that my buddy Bay, short for Baylon, came up with. And he helped me put it together, and it has been... it's been doing some amazing things today. There's been some amazing chats in there, and yeah, I'm really excited about kind of the future of what this might hold. So that's pretty much where we're at. So first of all, how's everybody doing? I need to move. Sorry, I'm moving some things around my screen here. I need to give me just a couple seconds. I had a failed print. I had a failed print today. That was awesome. And I actually like having failed prints. And I know that sounds weird to say, but if you're in 3D printing, I think you're going to get what I have to say here. But essentially, I like failed prints because they teach me something. Every single time I'm on them, I learn something. So, all right. So now that I've got an actual, now that I've got my chat up that I can actually see your guys' comments, because I couldn't see any of the comments. So this is all coming together here. So the hand of the actual Ninja Turtle hand is not up on my Patreon. The Ninja Turtle logo that I did though is. So the hand is from a different Thangs, someone that I got from Thangs. So that's not my file to give away. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, if when I do STL files, like I want to share them with everybody. So I don't do a whole lot. I'm doing more and more, but a lot of it has to do with I want to help people through their files and their stuff. But if I make a file, like let's say I do a video about something, like I'm actually doing a file right now that I'm going to produce a video about for the new Maker Lab that just came out today, the new Maker Lab software. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do the file, and then I'm actually going to throw that file up on my Patreon so you guys can print it if you want to. So I want you guys to feel that, and I want you guys to know that it's more than just a Discord. It's more than anything else. So let's dive in for a second here. First of all, the Patreon is very new. It's less than 2 days old. So I did a series, or I'm doing a series on the Bamboo Studio software. I started with the basics. That's the first video that I did. Each video, though, I'm going to go into different parts of Bamboo Studio. And I have a longer format, which is nice. I have more screen real estate, so I can do more with it for you guys, which is awesome. And then, of course, any updates. So, like, I have the H2C coming in the mail on Tuesday this week. Coming up, I'm going to do a full unboxing on my Patreon account first, which will be really cool for anybody who wants to join that live. So that'll be really awesome as well. But really, the main thing that we have going on right now in the community that we're driving is in the Discord. And the Discord is pretty awesome. So again, when you jump into the Discord, the first thing you're going to find is the welcome message, and any announcements. We're going to ask you to introduce yourself. Right. We've got a daily Wordle in here. So if you want to participate on a daily basis, we've got some things in here. I've got some information about myself, so I've got a little intro. Anytime I go live or I send a video out on TikTok, you will get an alert, which is awesome. I'm going to do more updates on all of my projects in here. So this will be areas so you can actually go in. I'm going to update on my Dr. Doom that I'm working on. You join the Discord by going on my Patreon. It's $5 a month. You join my Patreon, you get access to the Discord. So I appreciate you asking that. And then behind the magic, that's going to be me doing more candid. I'll probably do some personalized videos, stuff like that, of things that are going on. Maybe not necessarily fully 3D related. So then we've got our printer talk. We've got slicer tips. We've got Let's Chat, which that's been blowing up today. As you can see, there's been some really great stuff going on in here. It's not, $5 is not a whole lot, I know, but I'm trying to build a community here for 3D printers in a environment that they're going to want to show up in and get support, not just from myself, but from the community. We're all here for the same purpose. So filament chat. So I've got anytime I see any deals on filament, if you see deals on filament, you can come in here. You can put those in here so we can keep each other up to date. What filaments you're using, what do you love, what do you hate, that type of stuff, which I think is amazing. We got troubleshooting, so nothing in here yet, but if you have any trouble with your printer, I would ask that, put it in this section. Let's troubleshoot it together. Let's try to, figure things out. All right. And then we've got printer profiles. If you've got specific profiles that you're looking or printer setups that you're looking for, this will be an area that you can, basically put that in there. We've got member prints. This is pretty cool. So this is basically if you're a member of it, you can upload your different prints, what you're working on. I think this is pretty awesome. I've already seen some amazing Christmas prints in here. I want to point out really quick, RCP right here. This made my heart melt just a little bit. So I really want to talk about this for a second. So he commented oversized pendants for our school. These are basically those oversized chunky chains that I basically did a video on. And, he responded with, because I put amazing work. He said, thank you. This is from watching your videos, right? And this is the point of why I'm doing this. I truly want to help support and give you guys the autonomy to be your own 3D printer, but people who don't know how to do it, that's okay, right? I don't expect anybody to be an expert at this point. And then I'm not an expert, and that I think that's the other part too, and that's maybe the part that's really cool is that I'm not intimidating. I'm not the expert, but I want to help become the expert. That's the big thing. So I just wanted to point out, this is an absolutely incredible photo here. These turned out just beautiful. Honestly, I want one. That's the thing. So, and I'm assuming if you wanted one, you could reach out to this person and say, hey, can I get one of those? Can I get your STL file? You know what I mean? This is where that community, comes in handy. So, okay. So Rob, you said you're saying drying and need pointers on drying and adhesion. So we can talk all about that. So let me keep going through this. So we've got the WIP zone. So WIP stands for work in progress. So maybe you're working on a large project. You want some advice. You want to just throw it out there. You want to see what people think. This is a great place to do that. The Flex Your Setup. This one has actually been awesome. I'm really to see everybody's setup has been really cool. So there's a bunch of different pictures in here of everyone's setup. I've got mine in here as well. So you can see here, I've got the TrendyTechDad Studios behind me. So you get that behind the scenes look of what we're doing. We've got print fails. This one is, I just added this today. I literally added this middle of the day because I was thinking about it, because I pulled up my printer and this is what I found. I found my print just all over the place. And I ended up stopping it. Thank gosh I saw it and before it got too bad, because, that it could turn into worse, right? So I was like, man, do I need a print fail? Because you can see I also had bed adhesion issues, Rob D. So, and you can actually see right here, this did not adhere to the build plate and it broke off and obviously didn't work. Now I've got the same one printing now over there, and it's all because I used my hyperlock in order to adhere it to the bed, and that's working great. So I'm now 2 hours into that 8-hour print and we are going strong. All right, so let's keep going here. So we got failed prints. We've got video ideas. So this is great. So I posted this just a little bit ago at 8:38 p.m. So I just wrote, hey, post your ideas for videos, and then people can go through here and tell me what they want me to do videos on. And basically this just drives this whole thing, right? Because the content doesn't work without you guys. So that's basically it. And then we've got 3D file requests, if there's any requests for certain 3D files. We've got the off-topic lounge. So this person knows that I do Ghostbuster cosplay on the side. So he's like, hey, Trendy, I saw this and I thought of you and I wanted to throw it out there, right? So I thought that was pretty awesome. We got tech talk. We've got a gaming corner. And then of course we've got a voice area and I just accidentally started it. So let me hang that up. But we've got a voice club, a voice corner for the hangout. So you can actually talk to individuals if you need to. So we've got a live project room as well. And then we've got some resources. So references, resources, right? Links, that type of thing, print jobs, and then Maker AI help, which this one I'm going to do quite a bit with, because you know me, I do ChatGPT stuff all the time. So I literally just posted this, that, hey, I'll be doing a video, which I'm working on actually right now. I'm waiting for some of it to render in the background of this live, but I'm going to go over this Chrome Canvas brand new Maker Lab feature that just got launched today. Like literally went in there. This is brand new, just launched today. So I'm doing a full tutorial on how to use it. I'm even printing something already. And then once I'm done with that print, I'm also going to upload the STL along with the video, right? So you guys can see not only what I did, but if you want to recreate what I did, right, you can. So I'm not going to gatekeep those things. I want you guys. So it's basically a HueForge, but it's a simpler version of HueForge. And I see a lot of potential in this. But again, I want to do more research with it and do more testing and stuff like that. So that's our Discord. This is, first of all, I want to shout out Balon who put this all together for me in record time, by the way, like 12 hours and it was up and running. And I definitely put him under the gun for sure. But I am blown away by the amount of individuals that are commenting and they're living in these chats and they're getting already some really valuable stuff. If you want to join it, you do have to join my Patreon. It's patreon.com/TrendyTechDad. It's $5 a month. That's it. I will be adding other tiers in the future because what I want to do and the idea behind this is, number one, I want to do this full time. That's my biggest thing. I would rather sit in front of this camera and talk to you guys than go to a 9-to-5 job that I just hate every single day. So the goal here is I want to do this full time. I want to help people get their 3D printing journey off the ground. And I want to challenge myself to do even more with it. And that involves you guys. So you're investing in me and I'm trying to give you more back, and that's the whole Discord side of it. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys tonight. So I promise that I will put all of my effort into the Patreon. I don't know what it is yet. We're still getting there. But the Discord alone right now, in my opinion, it's worth the $5. There's so much more to come, which is great. I did have a free section on there earlier. I removed it, and I want to talk about it really quick. So I took away the free section because I already do free stuff on TikTok, right? My free stuff is already available on TikTok. I want, so I don't want to have to put it in 3 different locations. I don't want to put free stuff on TikTok, free stuff on Patreon, and then the paid stuff on Patreon. I want to focus on the content for Patreon and then the content for TikTok. So TikTok is my free stuff. So continue to follow me on TikTok or on YouTube, whichever you want. But the whole point, I just realized the Hercules lady's been going in the background over here. So I really want to do this full time. Jay, thank you for saying that. It's something that I really enjoy doing. And yeah, I do want to do it full time. And if I can, I'm going to try everything in my power to do it full time. All right. So now I'm going to leave the Discord up here for a second, but I'm actually going to, I'm going to show you some of the projects that I'm working on right now. I do need to, give me a second here. I have to add a source here and do another window cap and hang on, bamboo, add source. Give me a second. Bamboo, boom, boom. Okay, so you can see I'm working on this was my failed print from earlier today. So I figured I would show you guys what I'm working on. So someone said to me, you need to do more. You need to do more Thanksgiving 3D prints. So I found this 3D print on MakerWorld, and basically it is a beer koozie, can koozie, right, for Thanksgiving. And this is the person, by the way. I want to always give credit where credit is due. Okay, so this is the person that I got it from. This is not my own file, right? Now I edited it to be my own file technically, but it's not my own file, right? So, oh, thank you. I appreciate you, Swan. So basically I found this and I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make one for every single family member, right? Which we're not having a huge Thanksgiving, thank God, this year, but I'm going to do one for every single. And then what I wanted to do was I wanted to add everyone's name to them. So I started with mine, and I actually used the Harry Potter font with mine. I don't necessarily know why I did that, but you can see that's mine, and I added this to the project, and once it's done, like what I want to do is I want to do a video on how I added the text, right? And I want to do an in-depth video, and you'll find that video either on, if it's just a quick video, you'll probably find it on TikTok. If it's a more in-depth video, you're going to find it on Patreon. So that's really the big difference between the two. But that's what I'm working on right now. So that's number one. The other thing that I was working on is, let me save my. So I'm working on a pretty big project. So I also found this on Maker World. I love Batman, by the way. Batman is one of my favorite superheroes of all time. This is a full-size Batman the Animated Series car. And I currently have the fuselage, like the main body of the vehicle, on my H2S. So right now, I have this unit right here. I have that on my build plate. And that's going to take about a day to print. So that's what I'm working on right now on my H2S. And yeah, so, and then I'm doing in fact, what I can do is device. So my H2S, this is actually really cool. I always forget that I can do stuff like this. So if you want to see where it's at in the process, so that's my H2S live. So you can see the actual print going. You can see I'm about 48% done. It's been going for just over 12 hours now. Estimated time remaining though. I'm sorry. No, it still has 12 hours and 44 minutes left, but it was 1 day and 34 minutes total for this particular print. And again, I put two prints on one build plate because I love the fact that the H2S has such a big build plate that I can do that. That is huge. So when you're on the Patreon, you are going to get an email that says join my Discord. Okay. So once you subscribe and you're paying the $5, you should get an email that will basically give you a link to the Discord, and you can basically link it and sign up there. You only get the link if you're a paid subscriber. So, hey, you got your A1 yesterday. That's great. So be kind, be humble. Yeah, you should be able to get. In fact, if you go into the chat under my, so if you go in here, someone actually put it out there. Someone helped somebody else, I believe, in this chat earlier. Right here. Hang on. Bamboo. All right, let's get rid of that. So right here. So when you get the email, so in your email from the subscription, it should say join the conversation now. And it says you have access to an exclusive Discord server where you can connect with other patrons of TrendyTechDad. So you should be able to get that link from your email. Hopefully that helps. If not, reach out to me, my chat. Yeah, so because I have so if I look at my Patreon currently right now, I have, let's see here, 97 total. It says people that have joined it, which is great. Which is quite amazing, actually. I'm super humbled by that. But yes, you get your welcome note, but you also get your welcome email with the Discord information. So, and then 57 of those 97 are paid subscribers, essentially, because I had the free service turned on for a little while. Everybody going forward, if you want the Patreon, it's $5. It's worth it with just, like I said, just the Discord alone right now. But like I said, I've got that STL file. Um, so I've got that STL file up there. I'll be putting more STL files. I'll obviously be doing videos every single day on there. Yeah, it's really just a growing thing. So I can't tell you guys how excited I am to try and get this off the ground. And I wish I would have started it. I mean, I did start it. Which, by the way, I'm officially at 99,211 TikTok subscribers, which is absolutely incredible. I am so close to 100K, which, like, share this live. I'm so close to 100K followers. I can't wait to get there. It's such a milestone that I've been really excited to hit, and I've been grinding and grinding and grinding to get there. And I'm so pumped. So pumped for it. Well, right now, I just kind of went over that. Right now I'm printing this Batmobile from Maker World. It's got 19 different plates, but I'm starting with the kind of the fuselage like part. So this part of the Batmobile, it's the Batmobile from the animated series, by the way. So I thought it would go good with. I've got. Where is he? Oh, I think he's over here. I've got a very large Batman figure somewhere in my studio. It's sad that sometimes, like, I just look around and I lose sight and lose track of some of my 3D prints because I have so many of them. Um, where did he go? He's got to be in here. Got my Hulk. I've got. No, I don't know where he's at the moment. But if I find him, I'll. But I thought he would go well because I actually have an articulated Batman from the animated series that I had 3D printed and put together. So, what printers am I printing with? So I have 8 printers total. Well, I'll have 8. I have 7 right now. But I've got so starting with this one over here. This is the H2S. And then I've got a P1S, another P1S, an X1 Carbon. And then on the other side, I've got the Creality K2 Pro. And then I have a Hue Forge right over there in the corner. I have a Creality High over here that's on the floor at the moment that I don't have a spot for. And then I have the Bamboo Lab H2C that will be arriving on Monday. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Will you put the Vortex system in the H2S? Perhaps. Most likely, if it depends on the upgrade and how it goes. But that was originally my plan. But I also just went and bought the H2C. So we'll see how that goes. I am very excited for the H2C. The H2C is like the next evolution of 3D printing, in my opinion. And it is going to, I think it's going to change a lot. So I think you'll see Creality put out something. Obviously, Perusa already did, which I think Perusa's new one looks ugly as sin, personally. Perusas have always looked very industrial to me. Bamboo looks more polished. It's more of that, like, in the home, looks nice aesthetic. But the Prusa XL was always like a revolutionary tool head changer. But the fact that they're not changing the tool head, but they're just changing the hot end, that right there would be, is obviously that innovation part. So if the Prusa Core was reasonably priced, I wouldn't say no to it. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't say no to it in any way, shape, or form. I would definitely love to try one out. If I could get Prusa to send me one, that would be, I would be a happy camper right there. So, for sure. So, Designs by Swan. Yeah, so I'm like 800 people away from 100,000 followers. So share this live. Apparently, let's share the live. Let's get as many people in this as possible. But I basically wanted to talk a lot of, about I started my Patreon account, and I wanted to talk about that tonight. And sorry, I gotta. So apparently did I close my Patreon page? Oh crap! Hang on. Now let me put that bamboo back up there so at least there's something. And boop, there we go. At least I got something on the screen, and let me go ahead and put my camera back up so you guys can see. So I'll show you what's on my other printer. So this is my H2S right now. So again, this is the Batmobile that we're working on. The P1S, that one, I'm working on that. I printed this on there. So there's actually nothing on that printer at the moment because I just took this off. If you don't know what this is one of those little really cool little prints that you can just find and you're like, oh, I want that. This is a Stanley topper, and this goes right on the top of your Stanley cup, and you put your chicken nugget barbecue sauce or sweet and sour sauce on either side, and that's all it does. It holds your McDonald's or your Wendy's or your dipping sauces on top. I saw it and I was like, yes, I want that. I'm not gonna lie. That's exactly what I thought. So my other P1S, I am doing this is the chroma that I'm working on. So you can see that's working on that piece right now. I'm not looking at it until I'm done with it. So I'm going to move on from that. And I'm going to be doing a follow-up video for that. And then my X1 Carbon right now is working on my beer koozie, Turkey Day beer koozie, my first one. So that's what's on there. That still has another 7 hours to go. So I had 2 of the A series. That's my starter printer. I bought the Bamboo Lab A1 combo right here on the TikTok shop actually, and I then bought a second one, and I then upgraded to a P1S, and then I bought a P1P, and then I sold one of the A1s, and then I bought another P1S, and then I sold the other A1. So, and it was really just because of the storage of, and everything in my room. I loved my A1. My A1s were, I put 5,000 hours on my first A1 in a matter of a very short amount of time. I'm not going to say amount of time because I don't know, because I'll probably get it wrong. But it was in a very short, in 6 months, I had like 5,000 hours on it. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. No, it's not my work field. How did I get into 3D printing? That's a great question. I got into 3D printing right because of TikTok. I went down a rabbit hole on TikTok, and I definitely mean that. When I say rabbit hole, I mean I legitimately went down a rabbit hole. I started watching TikTok videos and seeing all these different creators and what they were creating, and it my brain exploded, right? Hi, Bay. We're talking about 3D printing, and we're talking about Patreon. So we're talking about this amazing Discord server over here that was set up by an amazing person, and how to get into it. So anyway, so I went down a rabbit hole on TikTok, and I started seeing all of these creators, and I loved it. I couldn't get enough, actually. And I have always wanted to have a 3D printer because there's always been things that I want to 3D print. I'm a child of the 80s, right? And I love old 80s vintage toys from Kenner. And I decided that I was going to get this 3D printer. And the first thing I printed was not a Benchy, by the way. It was the DeLorean, and it was like this little car on one of those like little sheets, like you can like pull it off and like put it together. That was my first print. I didn't even print a Benchy. I went straight into a multicolor print, my very first print. And it somewhat failed, but I learned something my very first print. So I want to tell you guys about this. And I am a storyteller, so if you like storytelling, you'll love my content. So what happened was I used PLA and I used PETG together because I didn't know that the two don't bind together, right? So because all I thought about was color, and I didn't know that there was going to be a huge difference between the two different types of plastic. And the crazy part is it actually worked. It came out perfect. There was no error. There was no failed print. It actually worked, but it worked because when it printed, say this was the car, it printed the accessories or whatever on top of the PLA, and it sat perfectly. But PLA and PETG do not combine. You cannot combine them. They do not stick to each other. So, which is why they make a great support structure or support layer. If you want to avoid layer lines like this, right? You would use a PETG interface layer in between this part and the structure. So, when I went to go put it together, when I cracked it off the build plate, all of the the little accessories, all of the accent colors, all that stuff, it went pew in like 3 different directions, right? And they were everywhere. And I'm like, what is going on? What just happened? And I had to do research. And I learned something from that very first print. And that is when I was hooked. I was instantly hooked at that exact moment because it got my creativity going. It got my my brain moving, and I was able to troubleshoot something. And I felt so confident after that. I just dove in. I absolutely dove in. You can use the hub or buffer instead of an A1 hub. I did not know. I did not think of it. You're welcome. So I appreciate that. Driven by faith. I really do. I'm really happy to be a reason why someone would do something, but the whole point of the Patreon and the whole point of the Discord server is that I'm trying to bring everyone. I'm trying to bring like-minded individuals that want to learn 3D printing. They want to restart their career. They want to start a business. They want to, whatever it is. Maybe someone just wants to get into TikTok creating, right? Just like I'm doing. I would love to connect with those individuals and create this community, and that's what that is, right? If you're looking at my up in the corner, that Patreon and that Discord that you see there, that $5 a month, that's what you're paying for, right? That's what you're getting access to is like-minded individuals, right? That want the same thing you do. So I just think that that is just that's the part of this that I'm so excited about. So thanks, Jason. I appreciate that. And seriously, so I want to point out this is how tight-knit this community is, okay? This is how tight-knit it is. I literally did the video about not being able to get the Bamboo Lab H2C because it wasn't available in the United States. You could buy it in Canada, you could buy it in Australia, you could pre-order it in a couple other countries. Could not buy it in the US. Also could not buy the P2S. So I said in my video, anybody want to send me one, right? And I can't tell. I'm not joking you. A dozen different people reached out and they're like, "I'll do it. What do you need me to do?" I'll order it, send it to my house. I'll drive it to the border of Michigan, right, up in Sault Ste. Marie or Windsor, wherever you need me to be, and I'll get it to you. And that was just absolutely amazing that someone would think to do that and to wanting to help me out in that way. So I'm always floored by stuff like that, and I just thank you guys for being that helpful. But again, that goes back to that, right? To that Discord that you see up there. That goes all the way back to that and why I'm trying to do this. And that, if we can support each other and our dreams of doing something like this, there's nothing that can stop us. Nothing that can stop us. I mean, like the amount of like just meeting Mike, right? Meeting JB, right? Going through all of these people that are putting this, Ryan told us all about his story, and seeing all of the individuals out there that are trying to do something new and challenging. Honestly, like it is. I'm so excited about this. I'm also excited to see all the failures. I'll be honest with you. Like I love a good failure. I don't want any failures in there that I don't want any failures that like destroy your 3D printer. I promise you that. I don't want to be that guy, but I definitely want to see your failures. Like, please join just for the failure part. Like, I want to see it because there is so much that you can learn from a good failure. I want to point out that success is just failure in progress. That is one of my favorite sayings. And in fact, at my job that I'm in the process of losing at the moment, I literally have 3D printed, 3D printed, I have a sign that says, failure is just success in progress. It was one of my first ever 3D prints that I that I printed, that I brought to my work. And I put it's on top of the cooler, the water cooler at my job. And every single time there's somebody that comes from outside the store, outside the business, and they look at that, they're always like, that's really cool. Who did that? Like, and it's like, I always love to talk about it. So failures are a gift. Failures are success in progress. Like, I'm telling you, like, make yourself a 3D sign that says that and put it in your 3D studio. Okay. In fact, I'm going to make one and I'm going to put it up on my Patreon. I'm going to put it together tonight. I will do an STL file that said that is a 3D print that says failure is just success in progress. And I will put it up on my Patreon so you guys can download it and print it in your studios. You will have that. That is my promise to my Patreon subscribers. So look for that in a few days. Yeah. So I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, that's my philosophy. The other thing, so I want to talk for a second just about the whole job loss thing for a minute. So I have been in retail sales my entire life. I've been selling cell phones for 25 years. I am a sales manager for Verizon Wireless, and I'm losing my job. So I am one of the 15,000 people that lost their job on Thursday. I know a lot of people in my industry that have been affected by it. And I am 44 years old. Well, 43. I'll be 44 next year, but I'm 43 years old. I have 5 children, 3 grandchildren, and I love TikTok. And I love 3D printing. And I love teaching people, though. And that's where the retail manager, sales manager, I don't sell anymore. I used to sell. I used to be a salesperson. I am a coach. I am a leader. I am I am someone who wants to guide, right, and coach. That's why this is Grandpa Trendy. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I want to help. Like, I am a coach. That's what I do. I train. I always wanted to go into the training side of Verizon, actually. That was always kind of the next evolution. In fact, the next step in my career was supposed to be a director. Like, I was aiming to be a director of retail, right? So I could oversee multiple stores. That was the next evolution and where I was going and the trajectory of where I wanted to go. My issue is because I've been with Verizon for 16 years. I should have already been one. The problem is that I'm not willing to relocate. So I've had to wait for those opportunities. And I'm done waiting for opportunities. Right? That's why he never helped me when I went into the store, always pawning me off. Okay, Bay. Yes, that kind of. I mean, I don't get paid to do that, right? I mean, I do, but I don't. I don't want to take money out of other people's pockets, right? I want to teach them how to do it. Anyway, I haven't been doing it long, and I've been doing the coaching side for so long that I'm not the salesperson anymore. I'm the coach, right? And there's a reason why the coach is on the bench and he's watching the players play the game and he's giving the coaching advice and the structure. That's this job right here. That's this video. This is me sitting here with the 41 people that are on this live watching me right now. I'm the coach. So I need a stadium to do the coaching in. That's Patreon. Okay. I need the board to get the information to you. That's Discord. The $5 is just you supporting, right? And seeing the value in it. That's basically what it is. So if I had to, give an elevator pitch to you, but the fact that I'm losing my job, it's sad. And it hurts for sure. I'm not crying, by the way. I have like something in my eye. So, like, the fact that I'm losing my job, it sucks. Like, and I'm going through several stages of grief, by the way. I have, I think today was the worst day out of all the 3 days that I've had to compartmentalize and to think about the future. Trendy Tech Coach. I should start a new one and call that. Thank you. God, James, now you got me thinking, like, maybe I could do a whole nother Patreon and just be a life coach at that point. So basically what I'm trying to get at, right, is grandpa coach. Come on. I should have never said the grandpa thing. It's all right. I'm a grandpa. It's fine. I'm a young grandpa, but I'm a grandpa. So, yeah, once you subscribe to the Patreon, you'll get an email. It'll say, join the conversation, click it. It will load up Discord and your invite is right there. So it's super easy. When you go in there, make sure you introduce yourself, right? Make sure you follow the steps of what to do next, okay? So introduce yourself, get in the chat, start uploading some photos, and make some friends. Like, that's the best thing, because you're going to make friends for life. I promise you that. It is Men's Mental Health Month. You're right. Yes, you will. For sure. More than just men. There are lots of women that are in the 3D printing space, and they are amazing as well. So it should just be, it's people. What's the section for? What do you mean, what's the section for? I thought you were in your 30s. You're doing great as a grandpa. Yeah, well, if you thought I was in my 30s, you think I'd be this gray in my 30s? Like, man, like I got some gray going on, especially up in here too. Like, I am, yeah. And folks from yesterday subscribe, get the email for Discord. Yes, anybody who's subscribed should have gotten it. So, if you haven't, like I said, check your email. It has been available to you since the day that my Patreon went live. The minute it went live, the Discord has been there, so you have access to it. Again, it's the original email that you had gotten when you signed up. So make sure you join. So when I last went in there, let me look really quick. We had member wise, we had, I can't even tell you, to be honest with you, how many we had. So I think it doesn't tell me because we're in show it mode. So, but we had like 30 people in there, and I was like, well, it's like 20 shy of where we should be at. So I know there's some people out there that maybe aren't in it yet, which is why I wanted to do this live. I wanted you guys to see it and to know how to subscribe to it, so you guys can get everything from the Discord. So also the daily Wordle, man, like make sure you do it. The daily Wordle is great. It's engaging, gets the brain functioning. I love the daily Wordle. So make sure you do the daily Wordle. But you get your welcome, like it says welcome in the Discord when you're in here. You got your announcements. The announcements, obviously, you've got your rules. So let's go over the rules really quick. So the rules of the Discord. So be cool, be kind, respectful to one another. Keep your Discord profile appropriate. Do not spam people. Do not mention or direct message the staff. So see mods below in the channel for exceptions. No self-promotion or advertisements. That's important. Like we're not here to necessarily advertise anything, but at the same time, we will, I do think in the future, I do want to put out there, STL files available, Maker World profiles, stuff like that. So we're going to, again, this is ever evolving. So no personal information, no hate speech, no harmful language, no political or religious topics, no piracy, sexual, NSFW, or otherwise suspicious content. And then rules are subject to, obviously, common sense. So it's super simple. So again, introduce yourself. Make sure once you're in here, make sure you introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your journey, right? I want to know about your 3D printing journey. Do your daily Wordle. Get that done, right? I just got a little snippet in here about myself. I'm going to expand this. This is great. And then again, we move over to the TikTok. So this is the Trendy Tech Dad corner. So this is everything about myself. So if I go live or if I post a video, it's gonna show up in here. Now, I want to preface this. Okay, if I do a TikTok shop video, it also shows up in here. I may delete those. I really want to keep the Trendy Tech Dad 3D printing specifically to this chat. If it is 3D printing related and it's a TikTok shop video, I will most likely keep it. So just so you're aware. But I want to, because the TikTok shop stuff does help this become a full-time gig. So I'm not going to stop my 3D or my TikTok shop videos, just so you're aware. Okay. And then we've got current projects. Honestly, I'm going to do a full-size update coming tonight for my Dr. Doom. And then we've got Behind the Magic. I haven't done anything in this yet. This is brand new. So, and then we've got our printer talk. We've got slicer tips. We've got Let's Chat, which the Let's Chat's been super, super awesome today. I love this. I love the camaraderie that we're seeing in the Discord, which is pretty awesome. In fact, let me do this. Let me make this just a little bit bigger so you guys can kind of see and you don't have to squint your young eyes at. Hang on. Boop, 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 boop. Trying to make this as big as the screen is. There we go. All right, so this is again the Let's Chat area. Filament chat, like I said, I put the new maker link in here. So if you want to get your 10% off, make sure you click on the Trendy Tech Dad link. I'm also going to put like the Elegoo filament that I use that I normally buy in mass quantities. So that's another thing that I'm going to make sure I put in here. So any troubleshooting you might be having, print profiles, and then down here we've got our showcase and community. I love this part. So member prints. So these will be prints that people are working on. We've got our whip zone. So it's the work in progress. We got flex your setup. So you can show people your setup, which is really awesome. Like this is my setup. So that's what's behind me, which I love the fact that like I've got my lights going on in the background. I can change these. I can do cool things with them. Right. I think that's awesome. So I'm always changing like that kind of aesthetic and what's going on in my lives or in my my videos. So you'll see my lights change once in a while, and that's because I've got that in the background. But this is my setup. These are my printers, right? So I want to show people the setup and what I'm doing, but I want to see everyone else's setup, right? I think this is great. I love the fact that I can see. So like this right here that's awesome. That setup is awesome, and you can tell this person's a dad. Like look at the top here. Like you can tell this is just a dad sitting at his desk. Like I love this. Look at how clean, by the way. Can we just say how organized this person is? Like that's amazing. And I absolutely love that. So how do I deal with the fumes? It's a good question. There's not a whole lot of fumes, honestly. Like I talked actually earlier about I'm using I decided with my turkey the turkey thing that you see printing above me here. Koozie, beverage koozie. It's using a wood filament PLA from Creality, and it actually in my room right now. You want to know what it smells like? It smells like I'm doing whittling or I'm doing wood burning. So hey, I'm doing good, Viking. Life is short. Sniff them all. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't really do. I don't deal with the fumes. The fumes deal with me. I guess that's the way to look at it. So, if you're just joining, if you want access to the Discord that you see over here, you just have to join my Patreon. Patreon's available. TrendyTechDad is my Patreon name. Patreon.com/TrendyTechDad. It's $5 a month. I'm doing some STL files. I'm doing custom videos. I'm doing updates. The Discord is fantastic. We're building a community here, and in order to build something, you got to break some eggs. You gotta get dirty, and you gotta spend a little bit of money, which I have obviously to get this up and running. But I'm trying to do something. So right now I'm printing right above here. I'm printing a beer koozie, a beverage koozie, in the shape of a turkey. So is what I'm printing. So if you want to see the actual like file, I've got to go over to here and load it up. So I'm making a custom one for everybody in my family for Thanksgiving. So, and this is mine, and it just says Dad on it. So, because I'm the dad, and yeah, so they're all gonna say everybody's name, and so we, you know, we can have some fun with Thanksgiving this year. Well, come on over, Bay. We'll cuddle together. We'll do it on screen. I'm sure everyone on the live would just love to see two men cuddling. I think I want green. I just like green. Nice, Jerry. Well, ask your question. Let's answer it. If you're I added the wording, like, so I added the dad part to mine. So, and I did it in the Harry Potter font. Why Harry Potter? I don't know. I should have done it in the Avengers theme. Oh yeah, that's a whole new tier. You're right. You're right. Yep. So, hey, maybe the next tier would be Trendy Tech Coach. That would be like the next tier where you get like coaching advice, or we do Trendy Tech TikTok, where I give you TikTok advice on how to grow a TikTok following to almost 100,000 followers. Where I'm looking over because I have a counter or a ticker on my desk, so it's almost there. Hang on, I've done 1,739 videos. That's a crazy amount of videos. 99,211. So. It's crazy. Well, so you ran out of matte filament, but you ordered like Creality's matte brown filament, and it's very shiny. So it's probably, yeah, it's definitely, so everybody's filament's going to be different. So one matte, like like this apparently is supposed to be a matte finish, but it's a matte filament, but it's not matte in any way, shape, or form, right? It's got a shine to it. So, you have to stick to the filaments that you know for a fact are going to match up. But unfortunately, if you're changing filaments in the middle of a print, you're definitely going to see a difference in the layers and stuff like that. So if you want a good matte filament, Newmaker's matte filament is absolutely amazing. And that's where, like, in my filament chat here, Newmakers is the website. So if you go to newmakers.com/TTD, you'll get 10% off. But their matte filament is absolutely phenomenal. It is gorgeous. Some of the best matte filament I think I've actually ever used. I love their color palette. It's a very muted color, and that's really what you need with matte color filaments. So yeah, I would honestly, like, I would say Newmakers would probably be it. So again, newmakers.com/TTD. So you get that discount, but it's not going to match perfectly. It never is, because, I mean, it's because it's dialed into those colors are normally dialed in. Yeah, so actually, there's a new maker facility or a warehouse right down in East Michigan, but down by the Metro Detroit area. And they've invited me down there to take a look at their facility for a while. So, but there's a guy down there that's got a hub that works for new makers. So, I promise you'll get the email, and reach out to me on the Patreon chat if you don't, but you should get that. So I will. Send me a DM on Patreon if you haven't gotten the invite for some reason. Just send me a direct message in the chat area of the Patreon site. I do have to go through and make sure that you're a paying person, and then it will. I'll get the Discord link out to you. Nice, sweet, sweet. Oh yeah, so right there. Awesome to have you here with us. Swan. See? Norfolk, Virginia. Awesome. See, this is why I wanted to do a live about it. I wanted to make sure you guys were getting the best bang for your buck. I want to make sure you guys were taking advantage of all the things that we're gonna do together. So, honestly, I'll be honest. Discord scares me, right? So Discord, I'm not. That's why I had Bay help me with it, right? Because he is a wizard with it, and I fear it. You know what I mean? So, but what I don't fear is communicating using it, right? Creating it is what I feared, and he did a beautiful job with it, an absolute beautiful job. Well, Vikings fan, join the Patreon, and let's you'll have more access to me, I promise. So I'm not joking. I had full-fledged conversations with at least 5 people last night. They sent me STL files. I'm backlogged on STL files right now. And I'm very, very, very upfront. I will take a look when I get a chance. I can't guarantee anything. Now, but here's the other part. So, where the other levels of the Patreon will go and the other tiers, I want to be able to have a tier that's limited to say 10 people, right? And it's $30 a month. But for those 10 people, you get I will get on a video chat with you for at least an hour once a month, and you can pick my brain about whatever it is, right? We can just sit there and talk if you want to, right? That's your time, right? I may not have all the answers, right? So that's why, you know what I mean. Yes, a therapy session. I'm okay with that. But that's what this is for me, right? So, and I want that to be for you. In fact, I would go as far as to say, is that I would love to do TikTok lives with a group of people. Maybe that group of people are the 5 people that are my top followers on Patreon, right? And you guys get to be in a live with me, and we just have a good hour-long chat session, and everyone gets to watch us have that chat session, right? I'm down for that. If you want it to be a private, chat session, that's cool too. There's so many things that we could do with this. And again, that's why I'm saying that this is ever evolving, okay? Because hey, J Pants watching me over on YouTube apparently. So just threw up a hi in the chat over there. Basically, I want this to evolve, right? With what we need it to be, right? And that's what I'm really excited about is what can this become, right? And we gotta do it together. And your suggestions, your participation on the Discord, that's gonna help drive all that. And the Discord again, $5. I think it's the easiest $5 you'll ever spend and the best $5 you'll ever spend. So don't. I really think. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. The Discord is the way that we communicate. It's the way we become best friends, right? It's literally an avenue to not just Trendy Tech Dad, not just me, but for everybody else that is like-minded, just like you. So that's what I'm trying to do here, and that's what I want to do with you guys. So, like Viking, you're telling me, so your 17-hour print coming up next, and I'm sure I could make it take much less time. Absolutely, I probably could help you with that, right? So let's connect on that Discord, and let's try to figure it out. Like let me try to help. Sorry, I've got my wife sending me a text. Sorry. I just read a text message that made me laugh out loud. Bay, you know who you are. Are you printing the turkey on the P1S? How long for each print? Good question. So the turkey is actually on the X1 Carbon. And here, let me move the screen around a little bit. Let's shrink the Discord back down just a little bit. And let's bring this forward a little bit. All right, so let's take a look at that. So here is the turkey print. Now, I colored it. I added some color to it. So I wanted the legs to be white for the bones, right? And then I wanted the dad to obviously be white as well. So this particular print, because I added the color, right, went up. And I believe it's about 9 hours to make the print. Oh, look at that. 9 hours, 6 minutes, or 9 hours and 14 minutes. So I'm like, guys, I am so good at remembering this stuff. Like, that is crazy that I remembered that. So it would take 135 filament changes, and it's going to cost about $4.08. So that's a typical, I mean, especially when you got to change filament like that. But here's the deal. This is where I'm really excited about the H2C coming on Tuesday. So what I thought about was I'm going to print this today, right? But on Tuesday, when I get the H2C up and running, I want to run the same print. And I want to do a direct comparison between the amount of filament that I wasted, because the amount of waste right now in this particular, just for flushing alone, is about 43.31 grams of flush. So essentially, you should be able to get rid of all of that flushing with the H2C. So I want to know how much time that's going to save, because even if it cut 2 hours off the print time, that's worth it. That's so worth it. That's a crazy amount of savings when you think about a 3D printer and like 3D printing in general, right? I just got the base unit. I just got the AMS2 and the unit itself. That's the config I got. I spent the $23.99 on it. I didn't need the laser. I didn't want any of that stuff. I already have a bunch of AMS units, so I didn't need 2 AMS units. I already have enough. So, and if I wanted anything else, I was gonna buy it, buy it after the fact. So be kind, be humble. You're doing 105 keychains. Wow, that's crazy. 15 on a plate, 8 hours each. Whew. Okay, that's crazy. Honestly, the P1S, I've got 2 of them. Literally, those two right there. I gotta get my finger. Those two right there, those are both P1Ss. I love the P1S. The P1S is an amazing printer. And I continue to come back to that printer all the time. I use it all the time. I mean, I am using my P1Ss right now to make other items. So JD, honestly, I'm so excited for your Patreon and your Discord being available now as well as TikTok. Thank you. I appreciate you. I did know, Darth, that Sunlu. Can I talk about that for a second? All right, let's get real for a second. Yes, Sunlu's using my videos for advertisements, and they're doing it without my permission. So, yeah. And I found it on Facebook myself. Can you imagine scrolling on Facebook and seeing your own video and being like, the hell? I didn't put that on Facebook. Yeah, they're using it. I've asked them to take it down, and they have not yet. They want to pay me monthly to use it, but they want me to like sign over the rights to my videos, and I won't. So I appreciate you letting me know, though. That's very kind of you. Honestly, like it's a little jarring, and I yeah, like what do? You know what I mean? Like I'm. So it looks like it's doing a filament change right now on the X1 or the X1 carbon is doing a little filament change. So it's finally gotten to the. But you can see, I already see an imperfection here. Do you guys see the line? Do you see the imperfection on the line? And again, I'm using a different filament by Creality, and it's a wood filament. So I didn't know how it would work with a wood filament and then a PLA. So I think we're seeing that right now in this print. So, and this is the kind of stuff that I love to do. I love to diagnose why it's happening and then try to figure out how to make it better, right? And I'm going to let it finish. I'm okay with the imperfection because the imperfection is the fail, and fail leads to success. Failure is just success in progress, right? Again, I think I'm definitely going to make that STL file. In fact, I'm going to start doing it right now. It's double voicing. I don't know why it would be doing that. I could just be yelling too much. That could easily be the reason why it's double stuff. So. Yeah, so here's the deal with the Sunlu thing. They lowballed me, and they're like, yeah, we'll give you $100 a month, and you know for to use your videos, but then you also have to like make us this many videos in return. And I was like, yeah, you want to bump that number up by about like $400, and like I'll $500 a month. Let's talk, but don't lowball me. So everyone else, audio is fine. So at the moment, so just want to make sure of that. I'll put my video on top of the. Thank you. I think I'm worth more than $100 a month. So, well, if that's the case, my Patreon's now $100 a month. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Kind of. I mean, think about it. So if I was doing even $10 a month on the Patreon side, like I'd be bringing in almost $500 a month already. So, yeah, it's I don't know. I'm on my headset's up here right now, so it's possible that it's just because it's on my glasses and not on my shirt. Oh, good. I'm glad, Foxy. Thank you. I have not heard of 3D Hojar. I'm terrible at spelling, by the way, and pronunciation. I have not. I will look it up, though. I just got to push more project. Did moving my mic around like work? Did taking this off my glasses actually work? I know that's a major. Thank you. That is a low ball offer, Blue Moose. I agree. All right, sounds good. Oh, hang on. Jeez, oh Pete's. So I run on I bought a very large monitor. I bought a 49-inch monitor. I don't know if you guys realize how big a 49-inch monitor, but it's literally like this big. Okay, and it's rounded, right? It's made by Samsung, um, and it's a great printer. Love it. Or great printer. It's a great monitor. I love it. But sometimes on my Mac, if I like try to make my screen bigger on like a window, it does the entire thing and takes over the entire screen. Yeah. So here's the deal. Creality. I want to tell you this. Okay. So Creality. Why can't I make this bigger? Oh, there we go. My goodness. Can you suggest me the best 3D printer for startup? J Pants on YouTube. Best printer for startup. Honestly, anything Bamboo is going to be great. But honestly, like personally, the Bamboo Lab P1S is like one of my favorite printers, and I love it as a first time printer. All right, back over. Okay. What Mac am I using? I have a MacBook Pro. It is the 16-inch. It is the M3 Pro. It has 36 gigs of RAM, and it works beautifully. I mean, I'm running all of this. Every screen you see, all the printers in the background, I'm running everything off of my Mac, and it doesn't skip a beat. Does not skip a beat. I was saying something. Oh, Creality. I want to talk to you about Creality for a second. I first of all, the Creality K2 Pro, which is right here, I love the printer. I think it's an amazing printer. I'm not gonna lie, I do love my Bamboo printers. So I don't want you to think that I'm not giving up on Bamboo by any means. Um, that being said, Creality has been amazing to work with as a content creator. They have been fantastic. They have sent me four 3D scanners. They have sent me two 3D printers so far, with a third on the way. And I have the Creality High Combo. It's literally right here on the floor. They sent me this 3D scanner. This is the Creality, this is, the Creality High Combo, right? They have sent me all of that stuff, right? So two printers and a bunch of filament and all kinds of stuff. They have never once asked me to speak positively about their products. I want you to think about that. Okay. I hate the Magic Mouse. Sorry. They've never once asked me to speak positively about their products. They have seen my videos. They showed up in my DMs on TikTok and they said, "Hey, we like your content. We would love to send you a printer." Awesome. Where can we send it? That was the conversation. And it was never, "Hey, I'll send you a printer, but you have to do 5 videos and you have to say this and you have to be positive and you have to say we're better than this and blah, 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 blah." Never said any of that. That is a baller move, in my opinion. As a content creator, right? And I'm not going to throw FlashForge under a bus here, but I'm going to be bluntly honest. The FlashForge printer that's over here in the corner, I reached out to them. I requested that they send me a free printer. They agreed, but they also had a lot of stipulations. And I was blunt with them, okay? And I said, "I will use your printer if you send it to me." And then they're like, "Well, what do you want to use it for?" And I said, "I wanted to do content. I want to tell my followers about your product, and I want to compare it to Creality and Bamboo printers." And finally they said yes. And they said yes without any stipulations, which was great. But they've reached out and said, "Hey, can you do some more videos?" They've done that, but they never said I had to say anything. But that was after I gave some pushback on it, right? Creality has never asked me to say anything good about their printers. They have only simply said, please be honest and have fun with it. That speaks volumes. And that is a partnership that I love. Now, Bamboo has never sent me anything, not one free thing ever since I started this. And yet I still recommend people buy a Bamboo printer. Take that for whatever it is. Take that with a grain of salt. Take it and run with it, right? But that that should also speak volumes, right? Creality is not afraid to send their product and get a bad review or have someone be honest about their product, which I think is great. Bamboo's never sent me a damn thing, and I still tell people to go buy Bamboo printers. So, that being said, I just please take that with all with a grain of salt. Okay, so I hope so. I hope so. So I hope so. I really like. I cannot figure out how to get in touch with them. I just they don't have the same type of. They don't respond to TikTok. They don't respond to messages. I've tried to set up their affiliate stuff, but it's nauseating. I just need to get a hold of somebody within Bamboo at this point. So hopefully with this movement that we have going on, right? With the Discord and the Patreon, and all that kind of stuff, hopefully, that will help move the needle, I guess, and try to get somebody on the phone. Oh yeah, no, my opinions are not bought. They are not. Now, don't get me wrong. When I do a TikTok shop video, I'll be like, hey, take a look at this micrometer. It's pretty cool. Like, I'll do it because, if this, let's say this micrometer company sent me this micrometer for free, right? The stipulations is I have to do a video within 13 days of receiving this product. Nowhere does it say that I have to give that product a positive review. Now, Nelson, you subscribe to my Patreon, patreon.com/TrendyTechDad. And then that's $5 a month. And then, that gets you access to the Discord. As soon as you subscribe, you get a link in your email that lets you, link up to it. That's how you get into it. Okay. So, that being said, right? So that's the TikTok shop side, right? So I would have to say like, hey, look at this. There are some companies though I absolutely love. There's other companies that I'm like, I don't know. I'll try it out. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm going to give my honest review. Sunlu will send filament, right? Like I've got this filament here, and then they steal your video and put it on Facebook, and don't give you any money for it, which is awesome. Thanks, Nelson. I appreciate you. I'd love for you to subscribe, man. Like, I'd love for everybody in here to subscribe. Like let's do this together, people. Okay. Anyway, Fantic is one of them. Fantic, I love the company. I love their products. I do Fantic videos all the time. What I've tried to do though with this 3D printing stuff is I've tried to tailor the things I get from TikTok around 3D printing. So for instance, I do videos about these acrylic markers, right? Because, when I'm doing, my 3D prints and I want to paint these, right? This isn't prime. None of this is done, right? This right here, this acrylic pen, I'm not a painter, right? So if I want to paint this figure, right, that I 3D printed, right, I would use this 3D pen to color in this guy, right? So, and I would do a base layer, and then I would probably do another one. But it's great because number one, it's therapeutic, in my opinion. I love doing this type of stuff. I love painting and utilizing these markers because number one, they dry really fast. Let me take the arm off really quick so I can get in here. So I got to take his arm off. Let me show you really quick. And on my Patreon, I'm going to do a whole section about art, about painting your 3D prints. I'm going to do a whole section about airbrushing because I just got a brand new airbrush that anybody can use. You do not have to be an airbrush expert, because I do believe airbrushes, they look super simple. They're not. You might as well be a tattoo artist at that point, right? So you can see I just painted, right, my figure utilizing this. Now, I got this on TikTok. I love these. Every time I have an opportunity and they're willing to send me more of these, send them my way. They're great. I have a 600 pack. I've got a 300 pack. I've got a 400 pack. It's literally like, these are fantastic. So, and I want to show people, right, how to do that using these items. That's what the Patreon is for, right? If you want my free content, that's TikTok, right? It's a TikTok shop and my free videos. That's exactly what I have to offer on TikTok now. And now the Patreon side, you get the Discord, right? You get more access to me, and we get to build a community together. That's the best part. That is the best part. Guys, it's 11 o'clock at night. I've been, I don't even know how long I've been on here. I can't believe, like, you guys have been amazing. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. I'm going to make one last elevator pitch, and then I have to do some videos for Patreon so I can actually, like, so you guys can feel like you're actually getting something for your $5 a month into my future. You know what I mean? And our future as a community. So here's the deal, right? So my last elevator pitch, right? Do you like 3D printing? I'm just kidding. That's a joke. I won't do it that way. So if you're into 3D printing, or you're new to it, if you're a novice, or even if you're an expert, right? If you love 3D printing, please, please, please join my Patreon and join my brand new Discord. Okay. The Discord alone is worth the $5 a month. I promise you. Okay. This is my last pitch. I promise. So everything in the Discord is available to you. If you are part of it's $5 a month. You get access to all of this. Okay. Everything in here you get access to, but mainly what you're getting access to, it's the community. It's me. It's the community, and it's me. It's our collective knowledge as a group of like-minded individuals who are people that want, what's the 262 a month for? Oh, so like, what am I going to do with the 262 a month? I'm putting it back into this. I want to do this full time. That's what I want to, that's what I want to use it for. Right. I also want to use it to buy new printers so that I can bring you guys more content. So I just spent $3,000 on the Bamboo Lab H2C. I bought that with my own money. I did not get it sent to me free from Bamboo or anything like that. Right. And also on top of that, like, I have an admin that I have to pay for Patreon and Discord. So I need to pay for those things. So Discord's not free. I know it is like free to start with, but in order to get to the level that you see over here, it is not free. It is a monthly service, and I am willing to invest as long as you guys are willing to invest back in me. So it really is. So I want to do this full time. And when I say full time, I want to be able to sit in front of this camera for 8 hours a day. And I want to be able to bring you 3D printing content, tutorials, how-to videos, Tinkercad videos, how-to and tutorials on Tinkercad, Creality, right? I want to do 3D scanning. I want to do all of that. But again, right now I don't anymore. I mean, I do, but I don't. I lost my job. So I was one of the 15,000 fired from Verizon Wireless, or severed from Verizon Wireless. And I want to do this full time. So yes, Bay, I get you. That's my pitch, guys. That's my last pitch. It's 11 o'clock my time. I haven't even seen my kids all day. I literally went from my other job to this job, and this isn't a job for me. This is something so much more. And I can't tell you how appreciative I am of you guys and what we're trying to build here as a community. And I know I might sound like a broken record right now, but I think I'm just kind of in disbelief a little bit that so many people believe in what I'm trying to do here. So it's 4 a.m. your time. Holy cow. Yeah, so I already have one STL file up there. Actually, I'll show you the file. So I actually did this this is a commission that I did for somebody, but so I just uploaded this to the server, so you actually have this STL file. I am definitely going to be making my own STL files. So again, this one's up there right now. I just uploaded it this evening, so it is available for you to download. I'm going to be making another one, a sign that says, maybe I'll make a lighted sign, and I'll do another physical sign, but it'll say failure is just success in progress, because I truly believe that. But yes, there will be STL files available for you to download. It's going to be a lot of video content, though. I'll be blatantly honest. The STL files will be secondary to that as we start. As we progress, as we get going, we will get going even more. The file, though, that's on the Patreon site. So if you log into your Patreon, you'll see it right there right underneath there. So thank you for joining, Buzz. I appreciate you. So no, there will be STL files. Again, I just uploaded this one for you. This is an 8-color print. You can change it to be whatever you want it to. It is the 3MF file, so it will come with all the colors preloaded in there. You can make it as thick and as big and as small as you want it to be. It's not for commercial use, guys. I just want you to know that I do not own the rights to the Ninja Turtles franchise, so please be aware of that. It is use at your own discretion. Obviously, I wouldn't be selling it anywhere, but that you're at so that's stated in there. But the file is available for you. And then, I like every time I make like a new trailer hitch cover, I want to put those up there. Every time I do a custom file for a customer, if it's a cool custom file that somebody's making and I'm helping them with, I also want to do hype chains. I want to put up all the hype chains that I do. I want to throw that up there. So yes, there will be STL files. So you will be getting something back, I promise you. But the biggest thing that I can offer you right now of what you will get back from the investment of the $5 a month, the biggest thing you're going to get is, number one, you're going to get my support. You're also going to get the support of every other person from in this Discord and in this Patreon, because everybody in here so far has been absolutely incredible when it comes to sharing their knowledge with each other. And helping. There is no dumb questions. There is no shaming people for using adhesive on your bed. There's no shaming people for having a messy workspace. There's no shaming people for an STL file that's not polished, right? There is only learning and there is only community. That is what we are here for. If you want to come along with that journey, please join my Patreon. You are the type of person that I want in my community. Okay. If you are on this live, you are the kind of person that I want in my community. And I can guarantee that every single person in this chat, right, that you see is somebody who wants you in the community with us, because we are building something that is so much greater than one person. I am just the guy who's starting it, right? But I need all of you to come along and help me be the best version of myself in the Discord. And that's just going to keep growing, right? And I want you guys in on the ground floor, and I want you guys to make it something with me, right? Tell me what it is. And I appreciate, thank you for that good night. I appreciate you. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for following me. Thank you for just being here, right? Thank you for letting me show you my turkey thing, thank you for letting me do all that stuff. Like, you guys have, this is my therapy session. I love doing this. Like, I just do. I say a lot. Yeah, I'm going to have to choose some moderators for sure. And I will. The longer you guys are in there, the more active you are, like, that stuff will get done. I don't know a whole lot about that side of it, but I believe that there's going to be, when we add more tiers to the Patreon, if you want to be a moderator, that's the price of admission to be a moderator and to be somebody who can do things in the Discord. So I appreciate you, JD. Like, I appreciate you being here for me, and I'll be here for you. So I appreciate that. You guys are I'm not joking. Like when I say this, and I'm not. Um, I'll be as vulnerable as possible. You know, like when I found out I lost my job on Thursday, you know, like your head goes to dark places, right? Like, what am I going to do? How am I going to provide for my family? How am I going to do the things that I've already been able to afford and to do? And how do I maintain the life that I've been able to create for my family? And in that fear, right? I have found you guys, right? I have found this community. I found the idea that others want to help. I have found that knowledge is just as important as physical products, right? Um, Positivity and good people are hard to find. Um, um, I'm trying to find the words to just tell you guys how grateful I am for everything that has happened so far in the last 3 days. We're building something amazing, and we're doing it together. Thank you. Heart right back at you. Um, we're building something together. We're building something that's unique, and I can't wait. I lied. I can wait because I don't want to rush this. I want to do this the right way. I don't want this to be a flash in the pan type of thing. I want you guys to feel like, you know, you are like investing in something, right? Um, Thanks, Sean. I appreciate you. My kids are sleeping, by the way. I'm at least one of them's probably up. He's probably playing video games so far. So, um, but you know, when you know how many times I had someone tell me the old story of, well, when one door closes, another door opens, right? I probably heard that 100 times in the last 2 days. There's nothing wrong with that saying. I think you're 100% right. But when one door closes, though, sometimes you got to kick another one open, right? Sometimes when a door closes, you have to build. You have to Kool-Aid man through a wall, right? And it's really funny that I just used that, and I'm smiling because I'm laughing inside. So in my job with Verizon, I was always known as the Kool-Aid man. Number one, I used to be a lot heavier. I used to be 350 pounds. And I was known as the Kool-Aid man because I was always the guy that walked into the room and just said whatever I wanted to out loud as possible. That is what I did. I was the Kool-Aid man. I jumped through a wall and I said, "Oh yeah." And then I like slowly walked back through the door, right, or through the wall, right? But that is who I am. At my core, I am the Kool-Aid man, right? I am trendy tech dad / Kool-Aid man because I am not afraid I'm not afraid to jump through a wall, say what I need to say, right? Make a splash, and go, who's coming with me, right? Who's coming with me? And that is what I'm doing on this live right now. That's why I wanted to show you guys the Discord. I wanted to show you guys the Patreon site because I want you guys to come along. I want everybody in this chat to join. I want everybody to want to be a partner in the Discord and the conversation and get it going, right? Good news. One of my prints just finished. Which one is it? Oh, it's the video I need to finish. I'm not looking at it, and I'm not gonna show you until you see the video. Okay. So it's about the new Maker Lab tool that just launched today. Okay. So I said all of that. God, you guys are just sending thank you. Like, you guys are like pouring my heart out here. I'm sorry. Like I feel weird about doing that. But the reality is that like I am the Kool-Aid man. I want everybody in this room in the chat to to come along with me on this journey. Only if you want to, though. Like don't if you don't want to be here. And those people who don't want to be here, they've already moved on. That's okay. That's all right. I'm okay with that, right? But if you want to come along with the ride, I'm here and I want to help. Like I want to help you just as much as I need you to help me. And I'm not an expert at this in any way, shape, or form, but we can be experts together. That's the best part. And if you want to create cool shit and you want to 3D print, this is not my file, but I 3D printed it, right? And I did a damn good job 3D printing. There's not a single scar on this, right? You don't have to be an expert. You can make this yourself. I can teach you, right? Because I've taught a lot of people, right? This one I did make. This I did make, right? I can bring you along. I made this Detroit keychain, right? Like in the Lions font. So there are things that I do make, right? That I can share with you guys. And if STL files is what you feel like you need to get that extra to spend that $5 a month, I can upload STL files. I can do that. But the reality is that I think the content is more important than the STL file. That's my personal opinion, obviously. It's not a perfect opinion by any means, but I think that you're going to get more from the knowledge and the videos and the content than you would if I just throw up random STL files, because you can go on Maker World and you can find random STL files all day long. But hopefully what you're going to get out of this is the ability to create your own STL files, right? So that you can put these, on every single Christmas gift for your family members, right? For Christmas, and show them what you're capable of doing. That's the $5. That's the Patreon cost, right? And if you want more access to me, then I need to be able to do this more full time. That's where those other tiers will come in, and we'll launch those at a later date, right? And you can always change your tier and go wherever you want. But I also want you guys, the voice is yours, right? Tell me what you want. Tell me what you're willing, you know what I mean? What you need. I've had several people like, I'll pay you $100 if you get on a phone call with me. I just want you to know that right now, I have never taken someone up on that. And I have helped dozens of people with their STL files, and I have not asked for a single penny. I have not asked for a dime. And every single one of them has said, what do I owe you? And I told them nothing. And the reason why I did that was because I didn't value what I had to say and what I had to do at that moment. But what I realized on Thursday is that I need to value myself and what I bring to the table more than what I have in the past. So that's the Patreon. That's the reason why I started the Patreon side, is because knowledge is powerful, right? And I can help, but I would rather help you create the file and not just do it for you and throw an STL file up on a board, right? Because you can find that on Maker World. You can find that on Cults 3D. You can find that on Things. There's a website already for that. The Patreon side is to help me help you, and to help us grow a community of people that can help everybody. That's my elevator pitch. That is my mission statement, right? Don't get me wrong, there'll be STL files for all of you guys out there like that want to print stuff. I'll throw STL files up there. I will, I promise. But I promise you'll get more from the Discord. You'll get more from the knowledge. So yes, Bay, yeah. Knowledge is power. Each one of you that's on here, if you don't join, you're dead to me. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. You're not. That was totally a joke, I promise. If you don't join, please follow me on TikTok. Follow the free stuff. And then when you see the value, and I promise you will, when you see the value in the free side, I want you to come over to the Patreon side and join the community. That's what I'm asking for. Okay? I promise you guys aren't dead to me. I promise. That was just a joke. I'm a funny person, I promise. I know right now I'm like very all serious and like, giving you guys like all my feels, because I need to do that. Like I need that part of this. What's really cool though is that like I found out today that I can actually do a live specifically just in Patreon. So imagine that you're one of 50 people, right? Or one of 100 people that get access to that, just that chat. There's not 1,000 people in there, right? Yeah, okay, Bay, that's a fun, for so, well, Menace, I appreciate you being in the live for the first time. Community is power. There is so much power in a community, and we can make some changes. We can come together. Like I didn't even know about Makerfest or whatever. Like, is that what it's called? Like the 3D print, I think it's like Makerfest or Maker. Like I can't remember what it was called, but it was like in Indiana or somewhere just recently. Somebody asked me like, "Oh, are you going to be there? Are you going to be there?" And I'm like, I didn't know it existed. I was so new to like the TikTok thing, and like I didn't know it existed. Nobody had told me about it. Like my goal would be that like I could get invited to have a booth there. Like that would be really cool, right? What would I do at that booth? Exactly what I'm doing now. I would literally just talk to you guys, right? I would just meet and greet you guys, and we would just have fun, right? And we'd talk about 3D prints, and that's it. That's what we would do, right? Like, or I just go and I just walk around and meet everybody. Like, I would love to do that. But I would be just as excited to meet all of you guys. Like, that's the best part. And then I would want us to get together as a big, giant group. I would want this community to come together so that we could actually meet up in real life at one of those conventions, those 3D printing conventions, and actually get together and all go out to dinner and have an amazing evening and talk about everything that we do for our families, for our lives, for our 3D prints, for our printers, for everything that we can think of. And we can celebrate the community that we have created right now, today, on November 22nd, 2025, or 2026. What year is it? Okay, I don't even know at this point. So I'm so hyped up right now, guys. I am so excited about what this is going to turn into. And you guys just keep surprising me, okay? You guys keep showing up in different ways, and you guys keep challenging me. And I love that. I love it. It is something that I crave at this point. I crave it. So thank you. You guys have been a lovely audience. This is now like my third live in 3 days. Like I've gone live every day for the last 3 days. I have all day off tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. I will be on live again tomorrow. Now my live tomorrow will most likely be more of a normal TikTok format, I believe. Less of this sideways stuff, more of just the normal, unless you guys like this view. I think it's a lot. There's a lot on the screen. You got to turn your phone sideways and all that kind of stuff. But I will be on tomorrow again. Do I know what time I'll be on? No, because I have children and I don't know what my life is like, but I will be on. And then guess what? If you are part of my Patreon and if you are on the Discord, the minute I go live, you will get a notification. If that's not worth $5, I don't know what is. If that's not worth the $5, I don't know what is. Oh, nice. So T-Town, like the sideways is good with you. Got it. So, yeah. So, I'm gonna say this. This is gonna sound weird. I love you guys. You guys are great. This community is gonna be amazing. We are going to do some amazing, cool stuff together. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to hype each other up. Maybe I need to do that. We need a hype channel of just hype up messages of, I hope everyone has a great day. Literally just hype messages, just good vibe messages. Like maybe we need, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And that's the kind of stuff like in the Let's Chat or the, like, what do you guys want? You tell me. You tell me what you want from the chat, from the Discord. You tell me, and I will do my best to make it happen. I've used Shaper 3D like once. I have not dove into it. I'm overwhelmed with Nomad Sculpt and I'm overwhelmed with Blender. So I've stopped both of those at the moment. I'm trying to do this. So yeah. So listen, if you walk away from this right now, if you turn your phone off and you take a breath for a second and you go, okay, that was awesome, then I've done my job. Like, and I hope you guys are just as hyped as I am. So I'm so hyped. I want to do a hype chain now. Maybe I'll turn the failure is just success in progress. Maybe I'll make it into a hype chain, and we can make that like our whole thing. Well, I feel like that's going to be our motto. Failure is just success in progress. I feel like that should be our motto. Anybody? Motto? Is that? Do you think that like? I feel like we got to start somewhere, right? So we got to have a mission statement, right? What is this? What are we aiming for? What do we want to do here, right? We got to treat this like I'm treating this like my job. I want to treat this like my job because this is what I want to do. I can only do that with your help. So I can only do it with your help. Subscribe to my Patreon. Let's get this going. I think you guys are awesome. I am going to take a little bit of a break and get some water and stuff. And I will do a follow-up video with my my chicken above here. I will also do a follow-up video. I'll throw up some STLs so you guys feel like there's content, right? And I got to finish up a couple of videos tonight so I can get those uploaded, okay? I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for being in my live tonight. I will be on tomorrow. You will see this thing, this face, right? You create a PNG file of the saying and I'll make and send you a t-shirt. I bet that is happening. That is absolutely happening. I will absolutely do that. Shoot me a DM, would you? Shoot me a message either on Patreon or on TikTok, and I will make sure I get you that PNG file. We are doing this, right? Failure is just success in progress. You guys have a great night.